And good morning, Savannah and the Low Country, and welcome to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. It's right here on the Soundgarden Stage, presented by Coach's Corner, because I'm part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. It's September 10th, 2022. Thank you for joining me, whether it's for 5 minutes, whether it's for 10 minutes. I really appreciate it. For the whole show, whatever you got to do, and I really appreciate it. And it's all sports, all local, all the time with the coach, Karl DeMasi. I'm trying to get my back to the sun here because it's really hot, which is great. We've been dealing with rain. The sun is out. It's beautiful out. It's feeling good. And I'm still on the Soundgarden Stage. I'm not going in the air conditioning. I'm going to stay out here till we get to the summer. It's a lot of fun. This is where it all started in 2020. And I got to thank John Henderson and, of course, Adele Henderson let me do this. And the Coach Corner Sports Network. You got to love it. 5 shows. I got an old shirt on, representing the old crew for Rubbin' and Grubbin'. Rubbin' is racing, Grubbin' is tasting. Dan Foles and Brandon Bain. But I had to pull it out of the closet because that's the original, the old guy, okay? The old show, the inaugural show, okay? That's, of course, Rubbin' and Grubbin' every Wednesday night on Facebook, Coach's Corner Facebook page, YouTube. Check it out. Brandon Bain, the Atlanta maid, does a great job. And, of course, Lawrence, the producer, Bennett, is behind the scenes. Hopefully he's behind the scenes today. Help me out if I get messed up. Mic's on. I'm ready to go. I don't want to remove myself. Second show, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. Like I said, been doing this since April of 2020, really the end of March 2020. And I got to appreciate John Henderson, COVID-19, knocked me off the radio. And but I've been going live because there's sports all the time to talk about here in Savannah, Georgia. I really appreciate them doing that. Then the third show that goes live once a year, right here to my right, your left, is the Henderson Cabin. That's right. The 19th hole with the Herb brothers. Sean and Brett Herb do a great job. Go check it out. 5 days straight. They don't get a break talking about the Masters of Augusta. It's on YouTube. Check it out, the 19th hole. 2 podcasts, the Hot Grits podcast with Travis Jadon, up to show 132. Check it out. Local podcast, all sports. Travis does a great job with that, and I got to appreciate his help with Prep Sports Report and all the articles that he helps me post on there. And, of course, the Who's on First Base baseball podcast with the coach, Karl DeMasi, and the baseball fanatic, Kyle Lawson, every Wednesday night about 9 o'clock I post. All right, got a great show for you. Changed the format. Usually it's 3 steps in the door, but since it's football season, it's the Prep Sports Report, high school, Pigskin Roundup. I'll cover the scores from last night, talk about some local things. We got some videos that we got through the courtesy of WJCL Amy Zimmer, the sports director, and Preston Harvey, her assistant. So we're going to go through high school roundup, the first part of the show. Second part, first guest, Kevin Prisant from St. Andrew's School. They won their first game of the year on Thursday. It's not his first win as a head coach, but we'll talk to him about it. Then about 9:30, coming all the way from Pembroke. Now he's really going to be on a Zoom or an internet meeting. Austin Clemons from Bryan County High School, off to a 2-1 start. The kid had a phenomenal game the other night. We got to talk about that. He's doing a great job, and the Bryan County Redskins deserve some love. They're in my area. I cover Bryan County, Effingham County, and Shannon County. I'm sorry I don't go across the bridge. That'll be too much to do. That's the Hilton Head area. Sorry I don't go down to Liberty County and all those other counties. It's just too much. So that's where I basically stick to those 3 counties. Okay? And then my last guest, the man that has covered high school sports for 33 years. 21 in California, the Cali boy. Okay, 12 here in Savannah, Georgia. Dennis Knight, he wrote a great article about there are 75 former high school football players from this area playing college football. Got to talk to him, and then we'll wrap it up with 3 steps out the door. I'm still going to do that. I'll take 3 videos that I think were pretty neat, pretty cool to watch, and we'll talk about it, and then I'll end it up with Karl's Corner, my editorial on a topic that deals with sports, whether it's national or local. All right, let's get in the door here. I don't want to waste any time. High school football last night, week number 3. In my mind, it's week number 4, but they call it week number 3. So here we go. Local teams at home. Effingham County opens up their new field. Turf, beautiful, 1995 retro Effingham County High School. Red and blue, beautiful field. You got to check it out. They take care of Southeast Bowl last night, 42-6. South Effingham, they opened up their new stadium the week before with the new turf. Beautiful. Just check out Burke Carath on Facebook to get some great pictures. They beat Bradwell 45-0. Okay, at Islands High School, we had Windsor Forest and Islands going at it. Both teams have not won a game this year. So here's the highlights from my gal and my guy from WJCL, Amy Zimmer and Preston Harvey. I'll try and keep up with them, what they covered. You know, I know I bumble and stumble, but here we go. Highlight number one, Windsor Forest Islands. Who got their first win? Okay, so Islands hosting Windsor early in the first quarter. Amari Bedgood handing off to Dominic Jackson for a gain of 7. Next play, Bedgood with a short pass to Jamari Sanders. All in your face, taking it 10 yards to the end zone. The extra point was no good. They kicked the field goal. That made it 10-0 Islands. Windsor Forest gets the ball back. They fumble on their return in own territory, but the Sharks do not come up with anything. It's 10-0. All right, second quarter, Windsor Forest, the Knight taking it on the pitch, goes 20 yards into the end zone. Knights finally get on board. It's 10-6 at halftime. Sharks get the ball back. Jaden Sutton, bobbing and weaving, juking and jerking and spinning and doing what he got to do. He's only a sophomore. This kid's going to be really good. He gets the ball all the way up to the 49-yard line. The Sharks did not get it in the end zone. They only had first half highlights. Win number one goes to Windsor Forest. They scored a touchdown late in the game to beat Islands 14-10. All right, Johnson and Brantley County. Johnson, 2 wins in a week. Monday night, they beat Windsor Forest. Last night, they beat Brantley County. Yes, I forgot to unmute my mic on that one. I do apologize. There's the highlights. Johnson goes on, holds on for a 21-19 win. All right, let's do it again. I feel bad, okay? Got to remember to turn the mic on when I go to the clip. So here we go. Okay. Johnson took on Brantley County, the brand new Savannah High, beautiful stadium. Trailing the Herons 7-0 in the second quarter. Okay. Aaron Smith scored to work. Amani Scott finds running room up the middle, races 30 yards before being tackled. On 4th and goal, the Calais Baker finds an open receiver in the 20 end zone that was tied at 7-7. All right, Spanish defense went to work. Okay. Boom. What a sack right there by number 8. Now the next play, all right, Cadden tries to throw a screen up the middle for Brantley County, but Sean Lovett is right there. He's going to take it to the house. Johnson goes up 13-7. They go up 21-7. They hold on to win 21-19 at Savannah High. 2 wins for the Johnson Adams races in 1 week. Monday night, they beat Windsor Forest 24-0. After Friday night, Brantley County 21-19. Great job, Coach Bonner, okay? Also, Johnson Sr., you saw Amaron Scott rushed for 162 yards and a touchdown on 19 carries, and you saw the 47-yard touchdown run. All right, Savannah Christian taking on Battery Creek. This game was supposed to happen at Battery Creek, but they're getting their field redone. Turf wasn't ready, so they moved it over to Pooler Stadium, home of the Savannah Christian Raiders. It was all Savannah Christian Raiders, okay? So here we go. All right, second quarter. As Amy walks in, she picks up Raider Jaden Heston coming up right to her face, 60 yards. 66 yards before he takes down. Corley's dip out, punches it in. Savannah Christian up 28-0 early in the first quarter. Onside kick, no looking back. The Dolphins, Zachary Washington, picks it up and takes it to the house. So the onside kick backfires. So it's 28-6 Savannah Christian. But Raiders not letting up. Okay, force pump. Okay, he tries to pick it up. He finds it. Raiders get it. Joe Smalls takes it to the house. It's 35-6 Savannah Christian. They go on to win this one, 49-6. All right, last time I got, we're going to go to Memorial Stadium. John Paul II, who beat St. Andrews last week, is taking on Memorial Day School, who hasn't played in 2 weeks. All right, so this is a big deal because it was the WSAV Friday Night Blitz game of the week. How many times did you see John Paul II and Memorial Day School on TV? Not much. So here we go. Here's the highlights, and it's pretty much all John Paul II. Okay, here we go. I wasn't muted, so let's take it right here. All right, quarterback who had a big night, Christian Tilton, keeps the ball, picks up 25 inside the 30, and then we're in business. On the doorstep, Tilton keeps it again, takes it in at 6-0, John Paul. The Matadors trying to match step. Quarterback Tyler Kindle gets too much pressure, and they would soon have to punt. John Paul II was in the backfield the whole time. Silas Brown's punt is blocked by Sebastian Solson, and it goes out of the back of the end zone for a safety. It's 8-0 John Paul. That forces Memorial to kick off from their own 20. Tilton picks up at the 25, finds running room up the middle, cuts to the far sideline, out races everybody, 80-yard touchdown, and it's 16-0. John Paul's the second with about 6 minutes to go in half. The game winds up going to the Golden Warriors, John Paul II, okay, 42-7. All right, so let me get to the rest of the scores because my next guest is waiting, okay? So, like I said, FEN County 42, Southeast Bullock 6, South Effingham 45, Bradwell nothing, Windsor Forest 14, Islands 10, Johnson 21, Brantley County 19, Savannah Christian 49, Battery Creek 6. Oh, by the way, after the game, Elijah Griffin, the super sophomore out of Savannah Christian, I think he has over 25 offers. Tennessee made an offer to him last night. John Paul II, 42, Memorial 7. All right, Ware County, teams on the road, beats Benedictine 14-10. Zaquan Bryant scores early. The Cadets go up 7-0. Ware County comes back in the second quarter, ties at 7-7. So it's 7-7 at halftime. Following a BC turnover in the fourth quarter with about 8:40 to go in the game, Ware County punches it. It's 14-7. Benedictine comes right back, kicks a field goal with 7 minutes to go in the game. They're down 14-7. They got the ball back twice within the last 5 minutes of the game, but they couldn't punch it in. Wayne County 14, Benedictine 10. If you remember last year's game was 49-42. So, these two teams are always playing it out, and it's always close. New Hampstead all over South Lake, Florida, 42-0. Paulie Sealy again throws 3 touchdowns. Zion Griffin scores a pair from the wide receivers position. New Hampstead off to a 4-0 start. Calvary and Frederica postponed. Frederica's field was underwater. Claxton 31, Rose 8, Butler 54, Savannah High 12. And on Thursday night, St. Andrews beat Hilton Head Prep 37-19. All right, here's their stats. Zaire Edwards, the receiver, had 104 yards rushing, 74 yards receiving, and a touchdown. So I guess we put him in the backfield. We'll find out what our next guest, what he did there. Zayden Edwards, the quarterback, rushed for two scores, 1 for 2 yards, 1 for 39 yards. Cullen Connor added a 5-yard touchdown run. Raquel Harrison had 4 sacks. Hayward Pollard had 3 sacks. Jalen Shepard had 2 interceptions. Can you say it was the Lions' day over there at Hilton Head Christian? I would say so. So hold it. Where's my screen going? I hope I'm still on. I just lost my screen. Hold it, people. I'm working on it. I can't even see my mouse. I just lost the display. You gotta love it. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, I'm back on, but I can't see anything on my monitor. I'm trying. Technical difficulties, you gotta love it. I'm sorry, people. Hang in there with me. I don't have a screen, people, so I don't know where I'm at. I do apologize. Hang in there. I'm working on it. All right, I'm going to try and go to a commercial here. I'll be back, hopefully, and I'll have the screen working right, but you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report live right here at Coach's Corner. Hang in there, Kevin. I know you're in the waiting room. I'll figure this thing out. You got to love technology. Be right back in 3 minutes.
All the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia, because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why. There's always sports, live music in the Soundgarden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV, because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991, is always open for dine-in service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School, we consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, that comes in uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From cutting and equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room, if you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
Welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. I got it working. I lost my display, so I didn't know where I was at. It's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report live from Coach's Corner right here on the Soundgarden. And it's still, I got to get a little more so I can see what's going on. There we go. And I lost the display. Hopefully it's back working. Let me check my monitor on the other screen. I know, technical difficulties. You got to love it when you're doing live broadcast, whether it's the radio or internet. Okay, still checking, people. There we go. It's back working. You gotta love it. It looks like it's working. Kevin, give me a thumbs up if it's working. There we go. Okay. So I'm glad I got it straightened out. I went over the scores. The first part of the show is the Prep Sports Report high school pigskin roundup from the night before. One team I left out, Bethesda, goes to 4-0. They beat Carolina Academy 42-6. All right, and I got my next other guest, Austin Clemons, waiting in the waiting hall. So Austin, we're running a little late. Had technical difficulties. You'll be next as soon as I finish with my next guest. All right, first win of the season, Thursday afternoon, matinee over at Hilton Head Prep because they got no lights. So they moved it from Friday to Thursday because of the weather. The St. Andrews Lions pick up their first win of the season, 37-19, 31-19. I don't know what the right score is. We'll find out from my next guest, who's joining me on the Coach's Corner hot seat, the head coach himself, Kevin Prisant. Kevin, what's up?
What's up, Coach? I appreciate you having me again, and thank you for what you do for high school athletes and these kids around here. We really do appreciate it.
I mean, it's it's like it's fumbling the ball, but you can't pick the ball. You know what I mean? You're trying. I couldn't see anything. I've never used a MacBook before. Got a brand new one. I lost the display, but I figured it out. Good old phone. Siri helped me out. So if anybody loses their display, press Shift Option F2, and you get it back. And I can see Kevin now.
That's all over my head, man. They gave me a Mac when I got to St. Andrews, and I said, this is way too fancy for me.
Yeah, it's very tough. So, but anyway, congratulations. First win of the season. Your new head coaching spot. People don't know that you were the head coach at Heritage Academy up in Newnan, Atlanta. You coached 3 years there. You got to a state championship. You lost to the legendary Alan Lowe, who was a Cowrie for the longest time.
He was my coach.
He was your coach?
Yeah, at Deerfield.
Wow, small world that is.
Yep.
All right, so tell us, 3 games. You've been waiting for that first win. You finally get it. Tell us all about it.
Right. Well, it was, again, nothing's been normal this year. Nothing's been normal. We didn't kick off with our first game till 8:45 because of lightning delays. We went down to Valdosta to play Valwood. Had to call it at halftime because of lightning, and we would have gotten back at 5 a.m. Third game, we had to move because of our field conditions. It was on the marsh already, and it rained for 14 days. So we had to move it to Saturday, so we played at 10 a.m. last week, Saturday. So short week anyway. And then coach from Hilton Head Prep called, and I understood. He said, Coach, if this weather comes in, we're not going to be able to play on Friday. I said, dude, I get it. That's all we've been dealing with. So we went over there for Thursday afternoon football on the island out in Hilton Head, and we ended up our kids were ready. We were relaxed. We were loose because we didn't have that regular week of practice. So We had to kind of get it in really 2 days because we couldn't. Monday we just did film and we're in the gym because of weather. So we really only had 2 days to prepare. So we didn't really worry about. We're not at the point where we can worry about other teams. We have to worry about us and worry about us getting better and doing what we do to try to get over the hump. And so we relaxed. We were kind of under control. We were ready. The guys were hungry for a victory, for success, and God, I wanted them to get rewarded on the scoreboard so bad. and they ended up going out. We turned the ball over some, but we were able to get some takeaways as well. And the final score was 31-19. In a perfect world, everything would have gone right. It could have been a 49-6 game, but with some turnovers here. Fumbling at the 1 yard line. 1 yard line on first down, we fumbled. But anyway, the kids, they got after. They played so hard. They never let it sink. When something went bad, they didn't shut down. They kind of kept fighting, and that's something that we've been preaching the last few weeks because I guess the days of old was they were getting beat and it was over. So we're trying to battle through that, and we did a great job. And after the game, I got a little emotional after the game, but with them. But they were so excited, and I didn't. Usually, I would stop them from celebrating like they would, but I didn't care. They were excited. They were having a great time, and I was like, "All right, guys, let's get in the locker room. Let's get out. Let's go home. We got school." But they were excited.
I mean, it's just a good feeling when you get that first win of the season. It builds up some confidence. The week before, you were in the game against John Paul second. You came up short. But I'm telling you right now, I got to give Zayden Edwards a lot of credit for convincing his brother to play because those two are a combination that it's going to be tough for a lot of teams to handle with coming up in their season. Right.
Zair's a special athlete. He's an even better kid, but he's a phenomenal athlete. He's a gamer, and he wants to compete. You should see him. So a few 6 months ago, he played chess for the first time. And now he watches chess videos and is in there trying to beat everybody. He wants to compete at whatever it is. He wants to be the best. And he goes out there and plays like it. And he's a leader. He never gets down on anybody. But he's the best athlete out there. Majority of the time we step out there, and you can look at his stats. It's just amazing. I mean, he's a gamer. And Zayden, being a sophomore, he still makes some sophomore mistakes and things, but he has the best. You've heard me say this 100 times. He has the best leadership skills I've ever seen for a kid his age. It's unbelievable. He gets everybody up. He is hands down the leader of our football team, and he is hands down the leader at the school. So as long as you have a guy like that pulling your trigger, right? And what's fun? Another thing, their fifth grade sister Ziana, she's one of the best kids in the school. So they're doing it right over there. Well,
I can tell you right now, don't take this the wrong way, Coach. But when we were at the Prep Sports Report Optimal Orthopedics Media Day, that kid took over the show.
Oh, no doubt. No, let him talk. No, that's what he does. He takes over practice. He takes over film. It's everything we do. He's just the guys over there look up to him. They respect him. He doesn't get down on anybody. He understands. He makes mistakes, so he understands everybody else is going to make mistakes too. But the guys playing around him, I mean, he hypes them up. Cullen Connor has been great for us this year. Ethan Wilkins has been great for us this year, and those are guys that Zayden stays on too. We've got some good stuff going. Our D-line showed up Thursday afternoon. D-line showed up Thursday. Ricari Harrison, a defensive end, told me last week after the game that I was going to see a different player in him, and I did. Hayward Pollard getting after it. Zach Appel, who's our big, huge lineman, hasn't played defense since he was 10, and we've moved him from the offensive line to defensive line. He got after it. Again, like I said, Ethan Wilkins is at his spot at defensive end. We threw in a little freshman, Joe Frazier, into the mix at linebacker. And he got in there and mixed it up pretty good. And newcomer, Jalen Shepard, first year playing for us, had those 2 picks and kind of sealed the deal there at the end for us. So it's been good.
And, if you're just tuning in, we had a little technical difficulty in the first segment. I lost my display, so I couldn't see what I was doing. You got to run the control somewhere. But we're here talking to the head coach over at St. Andrews, the Lions. I do apologize if I call you by the old mascot because
you haven't done that yet. You haven't done that yet, so I'm proud of you.
Well, your hat helps me out a lot, you know that. But anyway, when I came over there in the year 2000, I came into a program that they were all world. They won a state championship, I only had 18 kids my first year there.
Right.
We went 3-8. We made the playoffs because skis, a lot of teams don't have enough numbers to make the playoffs. We made the playoffs, showed well, but the following year, of course, we won. We wound up having 35 kids. So what are the numbers like right now for you out there?
Right. When I was at one point during the summer, we had 15, and that was what we were. I mean, I was preparing to have that battle, but right now we've got 26 on the roster. So we had some guys come out throughout the summer, and we had some kids that moved into Savannah and started going to St. Andrews. So they're out there, and then we had a couple transfers come in that hadn't played football at their other schools and wanted to come out and give it a shot. So we don't have a lot of experience. We got some kids that have never played before or haven't played in a very long time. My running back, actually, my starting running back, the carry, first time he touched the ball Thursday was the first time he's ever been in the live football game running the ball from Germany. So, so anyway, but we've got about 26 on the roster. I've got we're dressing 25 right now. I've got one that's hasn't been cleared yet from an injury, but he'll be he's at Justin Kreider. He's going to be a linebacker, running back type for us. And as soon as he can get out there, he's running around and practicing a little bit. He's just not cleared to go live and full. But we're looking on the up as far as numbers. And I think after this year, I think once they see how we do things, regardless of the record and everything, how we do things and the excitement that we're trying to bring and everything, I think we're going to have those numbers up to around 35 would be my goal. Like you said, when you get to 35, right? Because that'll be comparable to the teams we're playing. Valwood had 51 on the roster. Bullock Academy, Pinewood, those kids grow up knowing they're going to play football for Bullock Academy and Pinewood, right? So we're going to get there, and hopefully next year we can have those numbers up.
All right, quickly, 2 minutes. I got my next guest waiting. Rest of the season, what does it look like for you guys? Who are the Lions going to have to take on?
Lions we're off this week. Off next week. I'm actually going to go see my mom and dad up in Noonan. Hadn't seen them in a long time, so me and my wife gonna head up there. And then after that, we've got Memorial for homecoming, and then Robert Toombs. Trinity Dublin comes to us, and then that's when in the region with Frederica, Bullock, and Pinewood in whatever order that is. But I'm not worried about it. You have no idea how much. Every coach says like one game at a time, and I'm living one day at a time. We have to at St. Andrews, we're doing all right, one day at a time.
Hey, I can vouch for it. And coming from a small school in East Rockaway, New York, then coming here at Groves. I mean, before I got to Groves, I went to St. Andrews. I coached at Jenkins. We had 60, 70 kids out there.
Right.
Going back to that 18 kids and learning how to half-line scrimmage.
Right. Yeah.
You got to make it do. Well, Kevin, keep it up.
Yeah.
You can see the excitement's there, and I appreciate you coming on. And I'm sorry about the technical difficulties, but
happens.
Keep it up, and appreciate it, and good luck. And we'll be talking before the end of the season.
Yeah. All right. Again, Carl, thank you for everything you do for these kids in this area, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, I appreciate it. Even if I fumble and stumble, I'm still going to do it.
That's right.
Hey, tell mom and dad I said hi.
I'll do it.
Talk to you later, Kevin.
See you, man.
I mean, here's a young guy that has a lot of passion about teaching and about coaching. Going to St. Andrews, he said he wanted to go back to that smaller school environment, Deerfield, Windsor, Heritage, Noonan. I mean, so, he likes where he's at. He loves what he's doing. St. Andrews is going to build that program up pretty quick again. Like I said, go out there. It's a beautiful campus. They got their own field. Someday it'll be turned, but we'll see. All right, next up, I apologize to my next guest. This young man had an unbelievable week. Last week, they had a bye this week. He scored in so many different ways. He goes both ways. Ironman football from Bryan County High School. This week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete will be Austin Clemons. They call him Smush. I don't know why. We're going to find out. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Got to thank my sponsors. First of all, let me do this quick. Austin, give me 1 minute. If you have a comment, put it in the comment box, and I can post it. I love this guy. He's here every weekend watching my show. I appreciate it. He loves what I'm doing. I do it for the kids and for people like Dennis Kessler, always saying good morning, always in the house. I got to appreciate it. And then in the back of the show, this man's always Coach, it's working fine. You've got to turn your mic on, but he's the producer. He's the man. He's the brainchild behind the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Lawrence Bennett, thank you for telling me it works great. And then thanks, Savannah, who does a lot of photography, student photographer, social media whiz over at St. Andrews. Appreciates what we're doing here. And a great interview with Coach Kevin. Thank you. Thanks. I appreciate it. So give me a comment. You got something for Smush? Who's Smush? Find out in 3 minutes. My Wetherington Chiropractic Athlete of the Week, Austin Clemons, up next in 3 minutes.
All the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia, because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why. There's always sports, live music in the Soundgarden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV, because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991 and is always open for dining service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, it comes in uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. Come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room, if you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. And thank you for joining me, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. This is what it's all about. It's all about all sports, all local, all the time. And like I said in the previous segment, I cover Bryan County, Effingham County, and Chatham County. Liberty County, Hilton Head, I would love to do it. McIntosh County, you name it. Glenn County, it's just all over the place. And I'm a one-man show as far as the Karl DeMasi Sports Report goes. But I do get a lot of help with Prep Sports Report. Great guy, great columnist, great social media guy. You want a website built, see Saber Solutions and Stephen Weeks. And, of course, the man that helps me behind the scenes that gets a lot of stories done for me is Travis Jordan. But this has been going on since I started doing radio in 2010. Dr. Bart Wetherington's been supporting this. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. It's just been a lot of fun. And we love getting kids that do outstanding things. Now, what I want you to hear this is nominate the athlete of the week. You nominate the athlete of the week, I'm getting him on my show. This young man was nominated after last week's game against Wheeler County. He's only a junior. He rushed for 173 yards, scored 3 times, had 15 carries on defense, 7 tackles, a sack, and returned a fumble for a touchdown. That's a pretty good night. And I got to thank my man, Coach Tim Adams, for letting me know. And that's why this man is my athlete of the week from Bryan County High School senior, running back, linebacker, probably plays special teams, Austin Clemons. Austin, congratulations. Unbelievable game. Thanks for coming on.
No problem. I appreciate you for having me on, Coach DeMasi.
Well, you did a good job at the Prep Sports Report Optimal Orthopedic Meeting Day, right?
Yes, sir.
You made Coach Adams look good.
I tried to.
But anyway, I mean, when you found out about the type of night you had, what was going through your mind?
To be honest with you, I was really just proud of my team. On the offensive side, we had a total of almost nearly 400 yards of offense. And then on the defensive side, we held Wheeler County to only 2 scores, and we forced 3 turnovers. So, I mean, I was really just proud of my team.
And Wheeler County has a good reputation as one of the better football programs in the state, right?
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, now you said about your team, and that's something special, what you just said. You're more happy about what the team did than what you did. So tell the fans about this year's Bryan County High School Redskins football team.
Right now we're 2-1. We're coming off of a bye week. Hopefully 3-1 after our game against Portal next Friday. But as a team, we're really just focusing on working hard on the field and also in the classroom. Because if we don't work hard in the classroom, then we're not gonna have players eligible to play, and that could take people out of key pieces, and that could mess up the whole plan that we got going on right now. So yeah, we're just focusing on as a team working hard in the classroom and also on the field.
Well, you got something special going on over there, and you've been there. This is your 3rd year there. What's something that is special to Austin Clemons through the Redskin football program?
I've been playing organized sports in Bryan County my whole life. And it's just that the fact that I grew up from, playing pee-wee football to, playing middle school football and now in high school, it's just I'm just happy that I'm still here and I'm still playing the sport that I love in Bryan County.
You're doing a heck of a job, and I mean, your team's off to a good start. And being an old head football coach, I was always told that the football team sets the atmosphere for the school year.
Yes, sir.
So tell us, starting off 2-1, what this meant to your peers, not just your teammates, but the other students at Bryan County High School.
The students have been very supportive of our football team compared to last year, and I thank them for that. But there's always going to be a couple people that try to bring us down, and we know that. But we just look forward to proving them wrong.
Well, let me ask you this question. Those people that try to bring you down, are they on the football field?
No, sir.
Well,
that's why we really don't care about their opinion.
You know what? They're not putting their reputation out there. They're not putting their school colors on their back and trying to prove what you guys want to do for that school. Don't let it bother you, brother, because as I told many of football teams, the people in the stands don't have enough guts to come out here and do what you guys are doing. So that's the way to set the tone there. Great job. But behind every great program is a great coach. Now,
yes,
Coach
sir.
Sherrod Freeman has taken over that program with Coach Tim Adams and the other assistants. Tell me what the coaching staff has done for that program.
The coaching staff has done everything. I mean, they built us up from our freshman year because I'm a junior. They built us up from our freshman year, and they've stayed on us the whole time. And they're the reason why we are where we're at right now. Coach Adams, Coach Freeman, Coach Colburn, Coach Roberts, Coach Coyer, they really push us. I thank them every day for pushing us.
And if you have a question for Austin Clemons or myself, post it in the comments section. Be part of the show, and we'll try and answer for you. So join the show. Let us know what you're thinking, okay? So you can do that right there in the comment box. you're watching the show, you're just tuning in, it's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. We're at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete with Austin Clemons. 170 yards rushing, 7 tackles, a sack, a defensive touchdown. If I had to ask Coach Sherrod, Coach Adams, or your coaches over there, what's your best football skill, what would they tell me?
I would say my communication on the field. As a leader of the team, you have to be very vocal and keep you guys' head on. That I know that they know that everything's not always going to go their way, and dropping their head, that's not a winner's mentality to me. So I just try to stay very vocal throughout everything.
Nice. All right, and every summer your coaches are pushing you to get better. Okay, what did you do this summer to get better as a football player or as an athlete?
I went to train for football this summer, over the summer before summer workout started. So I was really working on my speed, agility, and also just working on my knowledge of the game, becoming a smarter player.
All right, so we know that you're an outstanding football player. How do you describe yourself off the field versus on the field?
Off the field, I would say I'm like a chill person. I don't really like to do too much. Just be around my friends, do a couple fun activities every once in a while. But on the field, I would say I would describe myself just as a leader, somebody that you can ask questions to, and anything you need, any questions, anything like that, you can just ask me, because what I'm saying, I'll always be there. Because my freshman year, I had somebody to ask questions to, so I just wanted to be there for anybody.
That's the way to go. Have that leadership quality, and behind every good kid, great student, great athlete is their family. How's your family support played a role in this success so far for you?
My family is the reason why I am who I am. They push me every day, not only on the field, but also in the classroom. Grades are very important in my family.
Nice. All right, so let's go to a little pre-football game stuff. What's your favorite song or album that gets you psyched up, gets you ready for the game?
My go-to song would probably be "Freestyle" by Lil Baby. It just gets me in that mode, in the mode where I can play my best performance on the game.
All right, and by accident, I left this question out. Football teams, they eat pre-game meals. What's the best pre-game meal you ever got at Bryan County High School?
Ooh. I'm like a simple guy, so if I know my teammates gonna kill me for this one, I would probably have to go up. We had chicken tenders, mac and cheese, green beans. We had rolls too. We had rolls, and then I would say that that's the best pregame meal we've had. I'm also a big fan of chicken tenders, so that's probably why.
Okay. Any specific athlete you look up to outside of whether it's you played with or they're outside of school, they're a professional college athlete?
If I had to say one athlete, I would go with LeBron James, honestly. Him being, at the top, of basketball players, and still staying humble and true to who he really is. I look up to that, and I really honor him for that.
All right, so you got almost 2.5 years, 2 years and about 2 months under your belt at Bryan County High School. What has Bryan County High School meant to Austin Clemons?
It means everything, honestly. Like I said earlier, I've been going to Bryan County my whole life, and just seeing myself grow over the years, and to know that I've started here and that's where I'm going to end, I'm really just happy and grateful.
All right, well, let's talk about now 2 years, a year and a half down the road, you're going to graduate. College aspirations, any colleges you'd love to see come talk to you?
Honestly, I'm open to anybody. I don't have any offers right now, but hopefully I'll pick up some soon. But I'm open to anybody.
How tall are you now, Austin?
5'11".
How much you weigh?
196. Yeah, 196.
Right now, you're still going to grow. You still got some good size. So you got a year and a half to go. People are going to notice you if you keep on doing the things you're doing. And if they know what type of kid you are, they'll definitely love it. And your grades are good, you'll find a place to go. All right, so if you do get to a college outside of football, any plans in the future?
I was gonna study sports medicine and go into the field, like sports medicine. So I don't know, maybe an athletic trainer, something along the lines of that. Yeah.
Nice. All right, last question.
Yes, sir.
Why do they call you Smush?
At the age of 2, my dad gifted me the name. He is a big Lakers fan, and at the time, Smush Parker played for the Lakers. So I guess he just thought that the nickname is very different. Not many people have it, so he just gave it to me, and it stuck with me ever since then.
Well, last weekend you smushed a lot of the opponents from Wheeler County. So keep it rolling, keep it going. I look forward to watching you for the next year and a half, and I know your coach is going to keep on top of you. And when you get a chance, after we're done, text me. You know what? I'll get it to Coach Adams. I give a T-shirt out to the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete, and I'll get it to Coach Adams. What size you wear?
I'm large. I will get a large.
Okay, I'll get you a large. But for that unbelievable against Wheeler County, your leadership, that's why you're this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete. Keep it up, Austin.
Appreciate it so much.
Look forward to see what you guys do the rest of the year. And go get those Panthers next week.
Yes, sir, we will.
All right, take care.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on. Young man, you can tell, class act, leader on the field, leader off the field. Excited to have him on. Remember, if you got an athlete of the week just like this young man, Austin Clemons, send me an email, send me a text. Here's my number, 912-507-9158, 24/7. The phone never shuts off. Let's get your athlete of the week on. Once again, thank you, Tim Adams, great young man, and Liz Rayburn, the principal out at Bryan County Middle School, High School. Go Redskins. Well, next up, I love talking to this guy. He's from California. I'm from New York. He roots for Boston. I root for the Yankees. I don't know how this happens, but we're good friends. You see him roaming the sidelines. Now, I didn't notice 21 years in San Diego or in California. He went to San Jose State, roaming the sidelines doing high school sports. He's back here. That makes it now. He got here, I think, in 2010. So that's 33 years covering high school sports. And he had a great article. Check it out on the Savannah Morning News. 75 former high school football players here from Savannah, Georgia, are at the next college level playing football. That's a lot of work, but this man loves what he does. Doesn't complain about it. Just don't run him over on the sideline while he's writing things down on his clipboard and taking pictures with his cell phone. Coming up next, I call him Dennis, the night shift night from the Savannah Morning News, talking about that great article, just talking about high school sports. He'll be up in 3 minutes. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. 3 minutes, Dennis, I promise.
All the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia. Because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why there's always sports, live music in the Soundgarden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991 and is always open for dine-in service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, it comes in uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From cutting and equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102. in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
Welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, live from Coach's Corner on the Soundgarden. It's all part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. And like I said, it's all sports, all music, all food, all fun since 1991. Tonight, right on the stage, beer for your horses. Toby Keith Tribute Band, come out and check it out. 7 o'clock. Tickets are going fast. And there's gazillion TVs for you to watch your favorite football team. Georgia today against Sanford, 4 o'clock. Come out here and watch whatever game you want to watch. Music tonight in the Soundgarden. Adult beverages. Great pub food. Check it out right here in Coach's Corner. All right. Well, like I said, I'm a fanatic. I try to read and find things that are unbelievable, but I don't know how this man does it. 75 of our local high school former football players are playing college football. Whether they're at Barry College, whether they're at Georgia, wherever they may be. That's pretty special. It takes a lot of time and a lot of research to find this information. But he also does a great job covering high school sports in the Savannah area. Like I said, 21 years for the San Jose Mercury. Then he finds his way out to good old little Savannah, Georgia. He's been doing it since 2010. But once again, good friend. Love talking to him. Love talking sports. Joining me now in the Coach's Corner hot seat. He's not really on the hot seat, but sometimes I think he feels like it. And that's, of course, Dennis, the night shift night from the Savannah Morning News. What's up, Dennis? How's it going?
It's going good, Carl. How are you, man?
Hey, it's Saturday morning. I get to talk sports, more sports, and more sports. And like I told you on the phone, I mean, great article. Finding those 75 kids that are playing at the college level is pretty big task. How did you go about doing this?
Well, actually, it's at the D1 level, so it counts FBS and FCS guys. And It turns out I got 76. One that I missed was Saeed Stevens at Duke, of all places. But yeah, it was kind of a painstaking process to just check all those rosters and search for Georgia kids on them. And I may have missed, there might be another one out there that I missed, but I'm going to have to come back and do the D2, D3, and NAIA guys when I get some time.
So what do you think? You could double that, at least 150?
Yeah, oh, for sure. Don't you think?
Oh, I think so. I think so. So, I mean, it's unbelievable. Anything fascinating? More kids at one conference versus another conference?
I wouldn't say that. One that really kind of stuck out to me was, I'm looking at some of these schools. There's never going to be anyone at this school. And I was looking at Indiana State and saw a kid from Islands, from a long snapper from Islands, Jaden Perry, playing up there at Indiana State, the home of Larry Bird, right?
The Sycamores.
Yeah, and then it was cool, catching up with guys like Tyrone Scott from Jenkins, who started out at Central Michigan and is now at Missouri State. Chris Harris from BC and Georgia Southern, now at Southern Illinois. So some of these guys move around a bit, but they're still getting that free education and getting to play the sport they love.
Now, you've been around sports for a long time, like I have. So how do you think this name, image, likeness has made all this movement and all this new schools different to the game of football?
Well, it's really crazy. It's starting to affect the recruiting process because, teams are saying, their offensive linemen are getting $40,000 a year, the whole line and stuff. So I think it's really changing the look of college recruiting and the biggest teams and the biggest programs are just going to continue to get better. But I think it's fair for the kids, to get a piece of the pie when, these coaches are making like $12 million and stuff. Davos Sweeney is one that really comes to mind first and foremost, of a guy who makes all this money and then he was against this, and it's like, yeah, I don't think that was right. I think his players deserve to they're the ones out there on the field. I know he does a good job of coaching, but they deserve some of that money too.
Well, you're only as good as your players, like you said. Now, if a player wanted to go somewhere, they'd have to sit out. But if a coach wanted to go somewhere for more money, they're allowed to go. So, it's evening the playing field. But I just think I wish there would have been a cap to start this off. Out. I mean, I don't know who it was. One of the players wasn't even started, was getting $1 million from a company. I mean, I just wish there was a cap or something that you work up to a certain level or something like that. Yes, they deserve to get paid. I have 2 kids that went to college, one at Georgia Southern, one at Valdosta. The one at Valdosta used to eat Crustables on way to games with those sippy drinks. So, the kids deserve something too. I mean, it definitely is the right way to go.
Yeah, and I mean, it's even affecting at the high school level. Wasn't there a quarterback from Texas that skipped his senior year because he had, I think it might have been at Ohio State or something, but yeah, it's trickling down to the high school level, and we're going to see how it all pans out here in the future.
All right, let's turn your other hat now to the high school football season. Any surprises for you so far?
Well, at the smaller level schools, it's Bethesda off to a 4-0 start is pretty neat to see under Antoine Turner. He's been there 18 years now, started the program, and last year they went 1-8. I'm going to have a feature on him and his team coming out early next week. But I don't know about surprises. Savannah Christian has come out really strong after their first losing season, and since the early 2000s, they improved to 3-0 last night with the win over Battery Creek, and they've been just wiping everybody out. They got that whole offensive line back, and Zoe Smalls and Henry Wall, David Busey, a bunch of big playmakers, along with Elijah Griffin, one of the top recruits in the nation on the defensive line. So they got all the pieces there, but things are going to get interesting here coming up because they're going to be meeting up with Calvary Day, which is arguably the best team in the area with all the recruits, 4-star, 5-star kids that they have over there. So they'll be playing in 2 weeks. I think Christian hosts Country Day in their first region game next week, and then they'll be at Calvary Day the following week.
Oh, it's going to be pretty interesting. And go up the road. I know you got a Bryan County correspondent, but Bryan County High School just talked to Austin Clemons.
Oh, yes.
2-1 start. They're taking on Portal, who's 3-0, right?
Yes, and then they also played a close game against Lincoln County, the Power from up north. I think that's their Coach Freeman's alma mater, so he probably had his team up for that one. But, yeah, they're looking real good, and they paid their dues after breaking that losing streak in the first game last year. I think it was against Turner County. I think Freeman and Coach Adams and like Austin Clemons, who you just had on, they got a really good core, and I think it's a really good junior class that they have there. So they're going to be even better and competing at that. They're 1A public, right?
Yeah, 1A public. So it should be pretty interesting. But all right. So the big thing is, and you were tweeting it all last night, even though you were at the Johnson Brantley County game, Benedictine, Danny Britt setting up this tough schedule, and he said before the season started they could wind up being 2-3 or 1-4. Right now they're at 2-2, and they got to go to bowls in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but I think this is setting them up well for for the future. I mean, they went down to the Swamp. I went down there 2 years ago to see them play when they went against Thomas Castellanos, who's now at UCF. Castellanos won that one with a real great game, and then Holden Gerner, I think he threw for 450 yards, like 2 off the school record of Stevie Powers last year in a 49-42 game. So that really was I thought last year that Ware County game was a turning point in the season after Benedictine had lost their 2 opening games, and it kind of showed that they could play with anyone. Last night, I mean, it was real sloppy from what I heard out there. Like, God, it has been all over all this season so far. But I was talking with Bryce Baker last night. He said, you know, his shoes felt heavy, his uniform was soaked, and it was like kind of a miserable. But you know, those linebackers like playing in that kind of stuff too. But I don't know if they like the 2-hour ride back after that. But you know, I think this is gonna help them out, and once the playoffs start, they're gonna be battle tested and ready to go.
It's going to be pretty interesting. Just tuning in, it's called DeMasi Sports Report. I'm talking to Savannah Morning News, high school sports reporter, beat writer Dennis Knight. He's all over the place. So it's pretty going to be now. The fun gets now the season gets fun because we're coming into region play. So, but you know, Calvary not playing last night. You think that's going to hurt them?
Well, gosh, I mean, and then their last game against ELCA, which looked like it was coming down to the wire. You were out there watching it. Your son made a great call on that reverse pass for the touchdown, Dupa Coleman to Noah Gilliam. But yeah, I think it does. You know, it does hurt them. They missed this game. I think they were going to roll in that game, but it's just getting those reps, you know. And anyway, I don't know who they have next week, but then they're going to have Savannah Christian after that, and that's going to be a good test. And the same thing with Benedictine. They had that first game, which wasn't weather, but the Jenkins incident in the stands cut that game short before the half. Then last week against Westminster, they had their game cut short by a half. So guys like Luke Kromenhoek or Jake Merklinger, the quarterbacks, you know, they like to get those reps to get in their rhythm, to get in a groove, and it's hard to replicate game action in a practice. So hopefully this rain lets up, man. I've been here 12 years, and you know, I never experienced rain like this in California at all. But I'm used to it now to an extent, but I have never recalled it being this bad. You know how I like to be on the sideline keeping my stats. There's been a few games where I just can't do that. I have to be up in the press box. But it was nice at Savannah High last night. They had a nice big screen TV right in front of me, so I was able to follow the action really close.
You know, I can tell you, I moved down here in '95. I coached the Jenkins for 3 years. Then I went over to the Arts Academy of Snow Football. I got the job at St. Andrews. My first year at St. Andrews, year 2000, would be the first season. I did 2000, 2001. It rained every Friday night, Dennis. Every Friday night. 2001. Let me take that back. 2001 and 2000. I don't know, but anyway, it rained every night, and it was horrible. It was horrible. And then, you know, when you're playing out there at St. Andrews, you know, it's built on a marsh. I mean, it was miserable, and I can understand how, you know, the coaches are looking at it this year. And that's what I say to my wife. The worst thing I hated most about coaching football, and of course it started up north, is when it was raining out and it was cold. And coming down here, when it's raining out, it's hot and humid, that's just as bad.
Yeah.
So
sweating a lot under there.
Yeah, but I'm glad my son learned some of my trick plays that I always like to use in games. So that worked out well for him.
That was a good call. Being down there on the sideline for that one, and that was a really great game. That was the one I was really regretted it getting cut short, because Calvary just went up 28-21. It was midway through the third quarter. The ELCA quarterback Charlie Gilliam had thrown for 300 yards already to that point, and you know, there's so many storylines in that game. They put Jake Merklinger at cornerback, he made an interception and a great tackle, you know, and it was just cool being on the sideline and seeing how that kind of fired up his teammates. And they had Michael Smith out there at safety. I think your son was off. Let's get Jake off the defensive side of the field here. We don't want to risk injury, but it just showed what a great competitor Jake is, and Calvary is a really special team with all the talent they got on both sides of the ball. I think they're primed for a good run at the playoffs this year.
All right, two more to go. First question on the girls' side: Effingham County softball, South Effingham softball, Island softball, volleyball, Savannah Arts Academy, St. Vincent's, Savannah Christian Islands. So, what are you seeing from the girls' side?
Yeah, well, the Effinghams are always so strong in softball. Bailey Kenziorski over there for South Effingham is such a great pitcher, and Effingham is playing well early on. I saw Islands; they've had some really high-scoring games. I was trying to look into their stats, which weren't posted, to see how these games are like 26-12. They look like football scores, but they've got some great players over there, and I think they just broke into the 4A rankings in the top 10.
Yes, they broke the rankings. They're at number 9.
Yeah, and then Islands got their first ever win against Savannah Christian the other day. Savannah Christian, probably is playing the toughest schedule of anyone around here, going up to Atlanta for the top 10 play date. And they're in 3A this year, along with Calvary. They got to win over Calvary. St. Vincent's is always in the mix. But I think Savannah Arts is one to watch, dropping down to 2A. And they got, the Higginbotham sisters and Abby Kate Doherty. I think they've lost 2 matches, I believe, but I think going down to 2A might really help them. They've been getting really tough draws, like Greater Atlanta Christian in the second round of the playoffs, things like that recently. And they've got a lot. This is kind of a veteran squad with some top players, so they should be one to watch. Richmond Hill girls also playing very well.
And me, I'm like you. I'll try and find. How about the Savannah Arts cross country team? Those girls. And that meet in Richmond Hill, they had 7 girls finish in the top 10.
Well, they got Margaret Wade, who was, I think, in the top 3 last year in the state meet, and Lyric Olson, who won the 800 in the state meet and track last year as their 1 and 2 girls. And then Lyric went on to win the Meet of Champions, which is all the state champions from all 7 classifications. That's what I was saying. California, the state meet was a different thing. They don't have classifications for track and field, so they don't have 7 different 100-meter champions at the state meet. You can make a race out of all the champions. There's 8 lanes in the track, but when Lyric won that Meet of Champions, that to me means she's the best in the state at the 800. And Margaret, she's such a good runner, and I think she was right up there in the 1600 and 3200 in the state track meet last year. So they've got a really good chance to win it all this year after finishing second in 3A last year.
Yeah, and I know Margaret. I had Margaret and Lyric on before they went up to before the Night of Champions, and Margaret had a injury or something with her shin. She couldn't run, and it's just exciting. And I'm going to blow their bubble too. You go to a whole cross-country program. Levi Siebert over there at Richmond Hill, they're phenomenal.
Oh yeah, he's a great coach. Now he's able to coach his son Noah, so that makes it even more special. But yeah, he's got a program over there that you just change the names, that they're always going to be at the top of the charts when the race results come in.
All right, well, I appreciate it, Dennis. Like I said, love reading what you write and how you cover these kids. I'm just a little guy. I can't do what you do. You put so much time and effort into it. It's just great to see that you get these kids the love they need. Keep up the great work, and I'll be seeing you around the sidelines, and I'll make sure I wear that Fenway Park hat for you a little more.
Yeah, I like that. That was a good look.
As the Yankees choke. So, all right, appreciate it, Dennis.
All right, Carl. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, anytime. Let me know when you got something special.
Okay, man.
I mean, he loves sports. He loves high school sports. He's been doing it for 33 years. I had to get him on. All right. Next up, we're going to come back with 3 out the door. Okay. I got 3 special videos or social media videos I've seen during the week that have stood out. And then I'll give you my little editorial about the world of sports in Carl's Corner. And then we'll wrap it up. You've been watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report live on the Soundgarden Stage. Tonight, Beers for Your Horses. Toby Keith Tribute Band. Come on out, check it out. Gazillion TVs. Any football team you want to watch, John Henderson, the crew will get it for you. Georgia at 4 o'clock. Excuse me. Georgia at 4 o'clock. You got Georgia Tech at 7 p.m. against Western Carolina. And you got Georgia State traveling or playing home against North Carolina. They played South Carolina last week. And I think you might even be able to get Savannah State traveling down to Edward Waters. Just come check it out. Remember, it's all sports, all music, all food and fun since 1991. Be back in 3 minutes to wrap this one up.
It's all the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia, because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why. There's always sports, live music in the Soundgarden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV, because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991, is always open for dining service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, it comes in uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. Come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
Welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, live on the Coach's Corner Soundgarden Stage. Tonight, Beers for Your Horses, Toby Keith Tribute Band. And don't forget, gazillion TVs to watch your favorite football team, have adult beverages, have a soda, have a water, and eat some great wings, some pizza, some burgers. Have a good time here at Coach's Corner. Because remember, every night at Coach's Corner is a night to remember. All right, first of all, I never got through all the scores. So I'm going to recap quickly. High school football last night, Effingham County beat Southeast Bullock 42-6. South Effingham beat Bradwell 45-0. Windsor Forest beat Islands 14-10. Johnson beat Brantley County 21-19. 2 wins in the week for the Adams Smashers. Savannah Christian all over Battery Creek 49-6. Game was stopped at halftime due to weather. John Paul 42. Memorial Day 7. SAB Friday Night Blitz game of the week. Andrew Goldstein giving everybody the love with Andrew Davis. Ware County beats BC 14-10. New Hampshire goes to Florida, beats South Lake, Florida 42-0. Calvary Day School against Frederica was postponed. Frederica's field was underwater. Claxton 31, Groves 8. Butler 54, Savannah High 12. St. Andrews 31, Hilton Head Prep 19. And Bethesda Academy 4-0 beats Carolina Academy 42-6. Tonight in Brunswick, 7 o'clock in the Georgia-Florida Challenge. Charlie Moon, Low Country Radio, will be there for that one. Richmond Hill takes on Baker County. Don't forget, people, at the top of the Prep Sports Report website is a sports ticker. I got the scores going across. I want everybody's scores. I can put football, I can put basketball, I can put baseball, I can put volleyball, I can put soccer, I can put, what do we got going on here? Volleyball and softball. Send me your score. Let me post it. Keep it rolling. Okay, I really appreciate your help. If you can get me your scores, text me 912-507-9158. Love to get it up there. Okay, football rankings. BC came into the week number 1 in 4A. In Class 3A, Calgary was number 5. Savannah Christian number 10. Softball, Effingham County in 6A was number 8. In 4A, Islands breaks the top 10, number 9. And in Class A Division 1, Bryan County is number 8. Volleyball, Class 3A, Savannah Christian number 3, St. Vincent's number 9. In AA, Savannah Arts Academy number 3, Windsor Forest Knights break the top 10 at number 9. That's from Score Atlanta. All right, colleges today, Savannah State opened and lost 34-14. My man, Jaden Adams from Islands High School, had a showing at the end of the game. They go down and take on Edward Waters tonight at 6 o'clock in Jacksonville. Savannah State volleyball's off to an 0-4 start. They'll play Monday at Claflin University in Orangeburg, South Carolina. SCAD, men's soccer, they finally won a game. They beat Bruton Parker. They're 1-5. They'll play home against Georgia Gwinnett at 7 p.m. in Hardyville. The women's soccer, 5-1. Knocked off the number 1 team in NAIA, the University of Tennessee Southern, 3-2. They'll play tomorrow, 11 o'clock at Memorial Stadium against Life University. All right. College football, Georgia home today against Sanford. Blew the Oregon Ducks out of the water. Okay. Georgia Southern is a big win to open up the season. They'll be taking on Nebraska tonight at 7:30 p.m. They're out there in Huskerville. All right, Georgia Tech is home tonight against Western Carolina at 7 p.m. At 12 o'clock, you can watch Georgia State taking on North Carolina. Georgia lost last week. Georgia State lost to South Carolina last year. Guess who's in first place? The Braves, with their 6-4 victory last night and the Mets losing. The Braves are in first time for the first time all year. Half a game up on the Mets, okay? 10.5 games back on June 1st. Well, on September 9th, they're half a game up, okay? They beat the Mariners last night 6-4. Dansby Swanson, I don't know why we're not getting a contract extension. I mean, the Braves hit 4 home runs last night. He had a 2-run home run. So we'll see what happens today. They'll be out in Seattle again, okay? 9:10 first pitch, because they're on, they're out there in California. They're out there in Washington, okay? Max Fried, 13-5, faces George Kirby. Football, the Atlanta Falcons open up tomorrow against the Saints in Atlanta. We'll see how Marcus Mariota does at quarterback. Don't forget Desmond Ritter, the rookie quarterbacks in the waiting. PGA Golf, Brian Harmon's off for the week, finishing number 21 in the FedEx Cup Championship. He's guaranteed all the big major tournaments next year. Still got the seniors circuit going on. PGA Championship Tour. Got to welcome in Tim O'Neill. Tim O'Neill from Savannah, Georgia. Pretty good showing yesterday, right? Tim O'Neill, I think he's 17. Yes, he's 17th in his debut at 3 under after 1 round. Gene Sowers is at 45th, shooting even par. Tim O'Neill was 3 under. Okay, and don't forget, there's one big race coming up next week. Okay, the Tour de Ford in Richmond Hill at Ford Plantation. It's an exclusive location. They're only taking 200 runners, and it benefits the Richmond Hill band. All right, so get out there. There's only 200 spots. Go to SavannahEventRaces.com, see if there's any spots open. Get there. All right. I got to figure out. So I'm going to try and do the Pigskin Roundup to start the show. So I guess I got to come back with the news at the end of the show. There's just so much to do. I don't know. But anyway, here you go. 3 steps out the door. My favorite 3 videos I saw this week on social media. First one has to go to Savannah Bananas. They played Banana Bowl to end the season. But here are the best catches of the year from Banana Bowl. Once again, courtesy of the Savannah Bananas.
And what a tumbling catch by D.R. Meadows in center. He's going to snag it behind the back. Catch it. Dalton Malden. When a run could have scored on the play. And it's going to be caught between the legs. Oh, Noah Bridges. And catching it barehanded. This one is going to pop out of Dalton Malden's glove. And once again into the mitt of DR in center.
Unbelievable. The news is also in October, the Savannah Bananas have promised to play at least 30 or more games here in Savannah, Georgia next year. They will release their schedule. The Shark is staying on. That's right. Mark Edis, the Shark, is not going anywhere. Nico Scala, my little paisan buddy from upstate New York, he's staying. So it's going to be pretty interesting how the World Tour and how Banana Ball works out here in Savannah, Georgia, with the Bananas no longer part of the Coastal Plain. All right? Next up, you got to love Little Kids. I know this is 2 years old, but I think it's got 2.5 million views. You just got to love it. Watch the coach at the bottom of the screen. There they go. One team goes one way, the half team goes the other way. Boom! Once again, watch the coach again. You got to watch the coach. Here we go. They're coming out. They're getting pregame hot. He's pointing. Go the other way. Go the other way. Boom! Throws his hat on the floor. You got to love what comes out of the babe's mouth or the babe's actions. Great thing. All right. This next one, got to thank Jake Wallace last night. At the Pecan Grove, Claxton taking on Groves. The Groves marching band went out to the game. Well, guess who was in the drum line? Derek Harrington, 3-year varsity football letterman, is also in the drum line. Tell me that isn't cool. Tell me that isn't cool. Unbelievable. The kid plays defensive line for the Groves Rebels. Halftime, doesn't get out of uniform, jumps in the drum line. You got to love it. Once again, if you want to be part of the show, just click in the comment box. And I'm sorry I didn't get this quick enough, Lawrence, but he thanked Dennis Knight for several great articles over the years. His son Chandler at Calvary, and his niece over at Emma Coward. Sorry, I wish Dennis would have seen that. I would have seen it, Lawrence. So once again, appreciate it. And always the man behind the scene. All right? He's talking about me on the WSAB Thursday Night Blitz. I think you want to check it out. It's on my Facebook page. Got to thank him for doing what he does. Other than that, it's been an experience. It's been an exciting show. Once again, I had problems in the beginning with my display going out, but I'm back going live. My editorial today is not about sports. Carl's Corner is about September 11th, 2001. 21 years ago, the World Trade Center, or the Twin Towers as we call it from New York, was attacked. I lost a good buddy. This past week, I posted my high school senior team picture. And my buddy, Andrew Stern, was right in front of me. I was number 60. He was number 13. I pledged for a fraternity with this young man. Had a lot of fun with him during our high school years. I'm sorry I never got to talk to him after I moved down here to Savannah, Georgia, still talk to his brother, who's a custodian at East Rockaway High School. We can never forget 9/11. A lot of people posting, family members, friends, on Facebook, on social media. Beth Farrell, Lorio now, good friend of mine, posting her cousin who was lost in 9/11, a firefighter. Jane Grisma, Nathan Dominance's wife, used to do the tunnel to tower run here in Savannah, Georgia, no longer, but she's a big part of, she knew Steven Stiller, who was lost, Tim Guidera. So my editorial for today, Carl's Corner, is please don't ever forget. We must always remember 9/11. Over 3,000 people killed for no reason at all. But that's the world we live in. To all those people that lost their life, God bless. To all the families that are surviving, have survived with that for over 20 years, God bless. So on that note, please, tomorrow is September 11th, 2022, 21 years ago. We lost a lot of fine people. Please remember. And since then, to all the military that we've lost, fighting the wars against terror, we salute you and say God bless. And as my good man behind the scenes is always following what I'm doing, you got it, Lawrence. Amen. On that note, got to thank, of course, Kevin Prisant coming on from St. Andrew's School. The Lions got their first win this week. Got to thank young man being my Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete, Austin Clemons from Bryan County High School. Very, very fine young man. And Tim Adams was nominating him. And of course, got to thank Dennis Knight from the Savannah Mornings coming on and being part of the show. And the Savannah Bananas and Jake Wallace for letting me help with my videos 3 Step Out the Tour. Like I say every week, whatever you do it today or tomorrow, always hit it out of the park. And until I talk to you next week, may it be best weekend. Say prayers for all those people in Ukraine. Say a lot of prayers for us in the United States. And once again, always remember 9/11. Andrew Stern, I don't know if you can hear me or not. Always love you, buddy.